Hi, welcome to a new video dedicated to the new SenMa toys machine. This is a CG035 and this is the FPV version. So in this machine you have a very cheap complete RTF GPS quadcopter, also including a 5.8 GHz FPV ring. And it's not only that, you have also some follow me function. You have even a small cradle, okay? It's not a stabilized gimbal, but you can at least play and control the tilt and pitch of this camera. You have the FPV camera is also able to record in 720p. It's a 5 megapixel one, so you have a lot of features, and probably the most fashionable is the follow me function, the automatic following. Okay, you have headless, 1K return of course, and different features associated with all GPS quadcopter, and it's a small compact one. It's more or less a 210-220 millimeters. Okay, and you have, of course, it's a brushless machine. Let's discover all the content of this new SenMa bundle. Okay, let's start. First of all, I will start with the FPV monitor. So you have this FPV monitors holder, pretty cool. Okay, and you have to attach two clips here, the way to attach after on the transmitter. Okay, that's cool. And on this one, this FPV monitor, it comes in ACMA connector. You have to attach the linear antenna. Okay, no cloverleaf antenna. You have a sunshade. That's always cool to have a sunshade. And when I will turn on it on the right side, you will notice immediately that you have the presence of the white snow. That's cool. And you have even the RSSI display as well as the current voltage. To run the scanning, you have to press this button, the unique button, and it's scanning all the frequency until it finds the most power. Okay, it's coming in red. When it's scanning, we press again. You can see that all this the scanning of all the frequency. It's assumed to be a 32-channel FPV monitor. That's cool. Except that there is no AV out or other output or input. You have this small power plug, okay, and you will have to recharge with thanks to one of the two USB charger provided. I will explain in a few instants what is the associated charger. Okay, presence of such shade, that's good. The brightness is good, so it should be efficient even in the presence of strong daylight. So associated is this small mount to attach to your transmitter like this. Okay, and it's can't remember well, it's like this in fact. So you have to attach like this, and you can install it very easily. I will show how to mount it. Associated with, you have these two instruction manual. One is in English, one pure Chinese. So let's focus a little bit on the English one. First of all, the English is really bad. So it's a direct Google translation. So most of the sentences are not really understandable. Okay, so you will have to decrypt the role and the meaning of each sentences. Anyway, you have all the instruction about the connection of the quadcopter. For example, the three ports available on the bottom side of the quadcopter is nothing else but the gimbal port and the camera port. You have the different switches, role of the button, and the flight mode resume here. Here is a way to calibrate the transmitter. Okay, you have to push the transmitter in upper direction like this while turning on the transmitter. While pressing this button, you will be able to calibrate after all the direction. You can shift between the left and right control. That's cool, between 2 and 1. Okay, and a different procedure. And for example, to calibrate, it will be very important to calibrate the compass. You will have to play with the switch here. It's a 3-way one, but you will have to go between 1 and 2 4 times to start the compass calibration procedure. Okay, let's check that later when I will be in the field, okay, to perform it. So what also you will find the landing gears. You will have to attach and to tie it with the directly installed screw there. Okay, so I can do it directly. So just a couple of seconds to attach it. Okay, so direct tight them. Okay, pretty easy, and they are, well, basic plastic, not sure it will resist a too hard crash. Okay, they are correct, and they offer a ground clearance from approximately 6-7 centimeters. So let's check that. If you are interested to install another camera system, okay, you have something like 7 centimeters of ground clearance. So I will show a little bit more what you will find in the packaging. So here is the charger for the battery. It comes in USB format, okay, and you will have to connect the 2S balancer plug of the LiPo. Here is a LiPo, so it's a proprietary one, but in fact at the extremity you can see a T-in connector, and here is nothing else than the balancer plug. So it's really easy to use a normal charger to recharge this one. At least it's a good thing, that's a good point. And inside it's has 2200 milliamps power LiPo battery. I noted that to answer it, it's really easy, okay, but to release it, okay, so when I will answer it, it's really easy, but to release it, you really need to pull very strongly, okay, to extract the battery. So it will take maybe a couple of times to remove it before that the play will be more easy. Another remark, when mine came, okay, in the background, okay, of the battery bay, you had some small wires to connect the LEDs, the front LEDs, and they were trapped between the tail-in connector. So I had to disassemble everything to free these 2 wires blocking the tail-in connector. So be aware of it. If you push too far the battery, you can cut them, so check that point. What is coming? Oh, this is one of the main novelty. This is the FPV camera, also filming in 720p. Okay, so on the right side we'll be able to find the micro SD card slot. A 4 GB is provided. The power switch button. Okay, so as soon as you have a red light, and this is a 1.25 mini JST connector to recharge the internal LiPo. You have a liner antennas, okay, so it's correct associated with the receiver one, and a 3-position dip switch to select one of the 8 frequencies. So this video transmitter is nothing else than the 8 channel one, and it's really similar to the SenMa FPV kit sold for toys quadcopter. It's exactly the same chassis, so I guess it will be the same performances. The 720p recordings are nice, and I will check if, for example, there is some frame rate drop when the recording is turned on. On the top, okay, you can see you have one brush motor for the pan axis and one other one for the tilt axis. So it can be controlled thanks to the 3 servo plugs. In fact, the 2 last one, the 2 and the 3, are controlling the pan and tilt axis. The first one to be plugged also in the bottom side of the quadcopter is to give the camera and photo triggering control. Okay, so this gimbal, well, it's not a really stabilized gimbal, but this camera FPV ring weighs just standalone something like 46.4 gram, okay, and I can give also the information of the battery. So standalone is 140 grams, and it should offer more than close to 20 minutes of flight time. We will check if this fact is true. So what is coming next? You will find some 4 prop cards. That's pretty cool. You just need to clip them at the bottom side, so take just a fraction of a second to attach them, okay, like this, or to remove them. So maybe they won't be very strong, okay, but at least it's very easy to install and remove them. And a strap, okay, to lock your transmitter, and for the follow me function could be very important because you have to hold your transmitter for the follow me. So it could be useful for if you are in a sport action, okay, and try the follow me function. You have a bag with four spare props. They are 5-inch model, no burnout, a screwdriver also, and well, it's cool to have always spare props. You will find these bags with 2 USB charger. This one, for example, is to recharge the built-in LiPo of the camera module. It's a 1.25 mini JST connector. I noticed that it's really easy to that the connector pop off during charging. So when it's charging, the light is turned off, and as soon as it's charged, the red light is turned on. Okay, so be aware of that. And it takes more than 30 minutes to recharge the internal LiPo. Okay, so be aware to attach correctly, to watch, to survey that it's not removed by itself. Okay, the connector, there is a lot of play. I'm not a great fan of this type of connector with this type of built-in LiPo. You can use a normal charger, okay, and recharge like this. It could be maybe more safety than to use a USB charging, not really controlling the maximum voltage. On this same bag, you will find the charger for the FPV monitor, so you have to attach it on the bottom side, okay, and the same, when the light is turned off, it means that it's charging, and when the light is back, it's charged, okay. Finally, you have a micro SD card reader with the 4GB class 4 basic micro SD card. So you have to insert on the lateral side, okay, or like this, and voila, it clips. So you should be able to record close to 1 hour of movies. Okay, and I will continue with the FPV camera. I forgot to mention a very important information. The lens here, it's a wide angle one, so yes, good job. At least someone think to install a wide angle, very important for FPV. So I will measure the field of view, okay, associated with, I guess, something close to 100 degrees, probably close to 120, something else. And to attach the gimbal, you will need these screws provided in the small gimbal, but the more important is to first connect the servo plug. So you have the numbers like this, so I connect the 1 to 1, the 2 to on the 2, okay, and the 3 on the 3, okay. So when this connection is done, you will be able to lock the okay, to correctly install like this, and you shouldn't have any wire exiting from the plastic canopy, jailing the all the situation. Okay, so now as you can see, no wire go outside. I will be able to lock, thanks to the screws here, the gimbal. Okay, so I turn on all the built-in camera tiny switch on the right side, and the quadcopter, and you can see that you have a signal broadcasting in NTSC format, and the default frequency is C8, the 5945 megahertz. So it reminds me the Gimbal Toys video transmitter module, okay, or the last one in the Toys quadcopter. So the angle is well, not super large, okay, so maybe a more larger lens can be installed to a larger one, okay, and you have the information, okay, on the FPV screen. Let's check the original one. You have the original time. You can record with the 4 GB cards, okay. This is my FPV monitors ringing, don't worry for that. An HD logo and the remind TX battery, okay, of the FPV monitors as well. Okay, I will turn off the other FPV monitors. So you can see the quality of the screen, pretty good, and you have a small plastic film on the screen, so the quality will be even better. So as you can see, the gimbal is also leveling, okay, but with brush motor, so it will create some extra vibration. So I'm not really a great fan of this one. So I will press before to press the triggering to record the button, I will try to measure the lag, okay. So the lag seems to be already, without recording, something like 0.2, 0.3 second. Okay, I hope you will be able to see all the setup. So it's not definitively not an FPV flyer. So now I will engage more of the triggering. So here you have the video, the chrono starting here, but good news, no frame drop when it's recording. That's good points, okay. But the latency, as you can see, is something like 0.23 okay, second minimum. Okay, so at least no frame drop while recording. You have a beep to show the activities and different lights. So actually there is no GPS reception, so this is why not all LEDs are turning here. Okay, so now I will show a little bit more the internal parts, and they will be the more or less the end of the unboxing and the first quick overview of the CG035. And I want to perform as soon as possible some outdoors demo flight to show all the features, but I think this FPV small version, okay, versus the basic one, should bring something very good. Okay, so let's check the internal parts. Here is the internal part of the CG035. So first of all, to disassemble it is pretty easy. You just have to unscrew these classic screws. So some job to do. You have close to more than 20 screws to remove. Anyway, so when you gently open it, split in two, you have the GPS module attached by this cable attached here in this GPS port, and you have two wires, black and red, which is the power for the LEDs. So be aware, you cannot remove them, there is no connector, and you have a small resistance to the positive wires for the blue LEDs. So here this is a GPS connection, classic, powers plus 5 volt, and the takes an RX signal. First good news, as you can see, you have a silver and behind a copper AMI type to shield the GPS module. That's good point for improve the GPS accuracy, and it explains why the GPS localization attitude hold is efficient. So what you can find, individual ESC, they are announced to be 12 ampere, and there are 3 small pads here on front, so maybe it's possible to flash a firmware, and you have the shape. Actually, it's can read it very easily. I will overlay the information. So anyway, behind this piece of foam you have the barometers, okay, and also probably the compass to be shielded from the external interferences. And on top, installed also on the piece of foam, you have the 6-axis stabilization event sense, MPU 6050, okay, the micro USB port, so maybe there will be a ground station. Actually, I tried with different 32 bytes ground station of Chinese quadcopter. None of them is working. It's seen by this quadcopter. Anyway, maybe there will be good news with this, but the general quality really sounds good. And you have here the 2.4 GHz antenna for the receiver included in this red board, okay, installed also on a piece of foam. And this one, you have a bind button here, so if you have a problem, you need to rebind to do the pairing, you will have to disassemble the top canopy. So that's maybe a drawback. And here, this is the ARM core for the 32 bytes computation. So good news, and it will be much more accurate than, for example, order 8-byte platform APM based, for example. And BLS, this red board, you will have the 2.4 GHz RF chip. I'm not sure which one is it. Okay, so maybe a Fly Sky based. I'm not sure of it. And on the other side, you will find the 5.8 GHz antenna. Okay, a link somewhere. Okay, here you can see the antenna is. This is a diversity, the other 2.4 GHz diversity antenna. Okay, so probably a Fly Sky model. Okay, so all the installation sounds good. Okay, and on top of it, and I will raise some caution, you will find here the TED-in connector, you can see. So be aware, with mine, these wires, the black and red, was blocked into the middle of the TED-in connector. So I had to disassemble the machine to free the TED-in connector insertion. So I decided to install like them, and I had some hot glue, so I had some electrical tape on the blue LEDs in front and here to block a little bit everything. So I will conclude that the general quality really sounds okay. So before to perform the full outdoors demo flight, I will just try a small quick test in my garden outdoors. So first of all, I want to show you some action on the control of the gimbal pan and tilt. So I will push the batteries inside the full battery base, turn on the quadcopter, okay, and you can hear the SC music. Turn on the transmitter, okay, and if you turn on the FPV, you still have the white snow because I didn't turn on also the camera FPV module, and you will have here 4 LEDs here, and when they are off, it means that everything is okay. So when it's red, actually the third is red, it means that something is not yet performed. But the last one here is associated with the GPS. So I waited maybe the first time something like 3-4 minutes to fix all the satellites. Okay, so now I can, for example, fly, but before to fly, be sure to perform at least one time the compass calibration. So I want to show you the action of the gimbal. Look that with it, when I push down, I can control down the tilt, okay, and the pan also, okay. So there is a kind of okay, you see that when is over a nominal angle, the camera also tilting while panning, okay. But anyway, it's like this. So I will turn on the FPV transmitter like this, and now I'm broadcasting on the default E1 band. So the signal is appearing, as you can see. Wow, the light is, the screen is brilliant, so a little bit reflective, but the field of view is not so huge. Okay, I was expecting something more wider with the lens installed. It was not a classic pinhole lens, but it's not so huge. Anyway, so I will turn on my FPV goggles to record in the same time a transmitted signal. Okay, and I will try first to fly in both manuals, so both switch are up in one position. Okay, and I will try to capture everything. So let's check that signal is here. Okay, recording here. I will record here. Have the red light and try to arm like this. Oh, and let's go. You have to apply more than manual flight. You have to apply more than 50%. Okay, but the stabilization is not bad at all. Okay, and let's check the FPV screen. Okay, so strange behavior in manual flight. You have to push more than 50%. Seems to be powerful, and I will try to control. You can see well the action of the gimbal. Look at that. Wow, for a brush, it's not amazing, okay? It's not fine like a real brushless gimbal. So don't expect miracle, okay? But for small deviation, the job should be done. Okay, I will now land with a bit. you have to go down. I will stop recording here. Okay, and press recording here. Okay, that's fine. So I will try to see how is it in GPS hold stabilization. So I didn't perform any compass calibration. I will see. Okay, and try to harm the machine. Okay, so you can see without any compass calibration with some, I will press recording. Where is it? Here. Okay, so working fine. And I will record here. Okay, so great. I will play with the gimbal. Okay, try to on axis. Great. Let's play with a bit with the gimbal. Okay. I can go up, go down, and the elevation variation is not so important, so the stabilization is really good. Well, pretty good, I would say. And now, no problem, I can leave the sticks and is fully stabilized. But the gimbal time to time around the middle position sometimes tilt and pan by itself. So you can see the angle, the auto tilting. Okay, I don't know what happened. Let's try that. Okay, maybe it's much better right now. Hello. You can see the lights, but the GPS stabilization is good. You don't have any feedback about the number of GPS, no SD information. That's a drawback, but look at that, it's super stable. Look at that. Okay. Yes. Pretty cool. You have on the information of the RSSI receipt, but it's not bad at all. So look at that. Look, the gimbal works. Look, when I just left and right, sometimes it go down the tilt. So it's not an amazing travel gimbal. Okay, for sure. Okay, so now I will land, and I want to perform more. We stop recording here. I want to perform more real demo outdoors. Okay. I hope you like this first unboxing, very quick overview of this new SenMa CG035. If you like this video, please sub it, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. See you very soon for the real demo flight. Bye bye.